questions that they should have been asking were, where are all the damn buses? You dropped me off here. It looks like my home. It looks like my town. But where are all the people? Where are all the folks? Where have they gone? Who took them? They're not asking the right question. Where are the buses? What? Did they just, I don't know, fall off the face of the earth? Not possible. Because if those bus drivers were able to come back, drop these kids off, right, and then mosey on out, there must be a way out. There's an entrance and there's an exit. Duh.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's that as well. So let's hop right into this video. So today we are doing my new segment. Woo! Talk about shows, dissect them in different ways and whatnot. So today I am going to be talking about The Society. So let's cut to the chase. They're all asking the wrong questions, which pisses me off. So before we get into the center of it all, we must do a recap. I know.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
For those of you that are familiar or have a memory of a dolphin, feel free to skip to this time stamp. Right here. Right here. You see it! This is how it all begins. It's about a town of high schoolers that have good relationships with their parents. Seemingly good relationships, unless you're Will. Sorry, Will. They live in a small town in Connecticut called West Ham, which later will be dubbed West Sham. Somebody has a vendetta against the townspeople, and we're about to find out because I will be asking the right questions. Okay, we're probably gonna figure it out before the characters do. Let me not get carried away quite yet. In the pilot episode, they all seem to have been dealing with some type of smell that's permeating throughout the town, and we find out it's not the first time. It kind of reminds me of where I went to college. We had this wet dog food smell coming from our local factory that engulfed our campus, and we couldn't do shit about it. Now that I'm thinking, maybe the smell never went away. Maybe we all just got used to it. So anyways, that brings me back to the townspeople in the society, and this isn't the first time they're dealing with this smell. In fact, the parents / the townspeople all have been meeting about how, you know, the smell is back. Back from where, you ask? You and me, we're both lost, okay? I don't know. So don't ask me. As we get to know some of the characters, we come across a scene where the jocks are taking a leak on the side of the building. Very typical, very, yeah, classic. But this is important. They find a message written on the wall, okay? This says, Mene mene tekel up prison. Sorry, I butchered. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. I butchered that, okay? So sorry. Anyways, we learn from one of the jocks that it's from the Bible, the book of Daniel. And it means you've been weighed in the balance and found wanting. Meaning there's some sort of imbalance here. There's something that they feel is lacking. I don't know who. Maybe it's the person that wrote the message, or, you know, some entity, an alien. Alien got semi-good handwriting skills. Anyways, let me not get lost in the sauce, honey, because that's how you end up just as confused as the characters. There's something that they feel that is lacking. In my head, I'm thinking whoever wrote this is probably planning on giving it to them. And I don't know how, I don't know what, but they planning on giving it to them. Whatever that lack is, right? So before we know it, the high schoolers are all on the front lawn preparing to load onto the buses for some sort of field trip, okay? The field trip doesn't really matter. Maybe it's like, you know, those annual field trips, you know, with the senior class, whatever, but they don't really go into detail about it. I'm glad, because who cares? They say their goodbyes to their parents and the students take off. Not long into the trip, the buses start to drive through this storm that came out of nowhere. I mean, not even 5 minutes into it. They're bumping and rumbling and jumping down the road, okay? The buses continue trucking along until they come to a full stop and tell the students they've all been brought back. And the reason being is that there's some sort of mudslide on the road that wouldn't allow them to press forward, which I call BS, obviously. They all deboard the bus and there are no parents in sight. Mind you, This is the very lawn that they said their goodbyes on. I mean, not a car light in the distance or even a text saying, I'm on my way to pick you up, sweetheart. Don't worry. None of that. Nothing. Zero. Crickets. Crickets. It's like they're all on their own to figure it out. That all begins to be too apparent that they are in fact all alone when they get home. Their parents are nowhere to be found. I mean, if you weren't a high school student, I mean, everybody else is gone. I mean, even the elementary students. There are no other kids. So you're like, who done snatched up these folks, or where the heck did they go? They continue to text and call the parents to no avail. Eventually, like the very next day, shit descends into chaos. I mean, just downright dirty and crazy, okay? I, on one hand, would be in the corner having a panic attack because what is going on? I mean, it gets so bad that they all might as well have been crash outs. Yeah, they are up in the church, partying, drinking, I mean, desecrating the heck out of this religious, you know, sanctified building. They're all just going buck wild. Bucking like a mechanical bull. And others have ventured off to see if they can reach another town by foot because, you know, that's the more sane thing to do when, you know, you can't find your parents, you know, things are weird, there are no other adults. I mean, the buses are gone. We'll get back to the buses though. The roads that lead out of town have been overgrown, like significantly overgrown. I mean, you can't even see the lines that they put on there, you know, the yellow lines, the white lines. I mean, it's gone on each end of the town, so you can't go anywhere. I mean, even the train tracks, I believe, were overgrown too. One girl from the group ends up being KO'd by a snake. I mean, for real, she's on the live, y'all. Like, immediately once they started trekking in the woods trying to find other life outside of their town. They end up turning back around, of course, because that's something I would do. I wouldn't have even gone into the woods, to be honest. They end up turning back around to show the drunk doofuses in the church. Meanwhile, at the church, the party turned into a power struggle between two main characters, okay? So there's always an idiot with a gun. So the Egypt with the gun and the girl that wants to have organization, she wants to survive, okay? And the idiot with the gun always wants to mess up everything, wants chaos, because that's where he lives. He lives in chaos constantly. Dang, I've got to stop poking my lips on this mic. And the girl that wants structure so everyone can live long enough until they figure out how to get back or get some sort of help. Now that I think of it, why is it always that man that wants chaos in the shows and the woman's trying to save everyone, and it always like succumbs to her detriment? It's unfortunate. She definitely has to mature faster than everybody else around her. Well, you can imagine that they all sobered up pretty quickly once they walked through the church doors with the girl's lifeless body. One down, how many more to go before we start asking the right questions? Don't make me Elle Woods you right now, okay? Because it's like, what? Like it's hard? No, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. It's not hard. So going back to the messages that we saw written on the wall, right? I'm thinking, oh Lord, they've all been called home to God. Called home to glory, okay? They have gone up yonder, okay? I was wrong, obviously. There's something much, much, much sinister afoot. But I'm sure us meddling kids can figure it out. Because we smart. We smart over here. We intelligent, okay? After spending that entire day asking why, I mean, they was beating a dead horse, asking why is this happening to us? Where is my mom? Why? I mean, they are something else, bro. The questions that they should have been asking were, where are all the damn buses? You dropped me off here. It looks like my home. It looks like my town. But where are all the people? Where are all the folks? Where have they gone? Who took them? They're not asking the right question. Where are the buses? What? Did they just, I don't know, fall off the face of the earth? Not possible, because if those bus drivers were able to come back, drop these kids off, right, and then mosey on out, there must be a way out. There's an entrance and there's an exit. Duh. Honestly, a little bit part of my strategy would be, I wouldn't split everybody up into different groups, because obviously there would be a power struggle, especially with that idiot with a gun. Okay, so these questions I would reserve more so for my friends, like, you know, us little meddling kids. I'd have my own little gang, you know, and we would go off and start asking each other these questions and start meddling about, trying to figure out where these buses are, examine it, if the buses are still there, you know. I'd start asking, where did the smell go? I'd go to the hospital. There was a man in the governor's office being reprimanded, at least that's what it looked like, right? Before they had the whole town's meeting with the parents. He looked really mysterious, and I mean, we weren't even introduced to him, but he looked sketchy. And the other thing is that the kids on the bus, they were taking a bunch of photos and whatnot, right? And in one of the photos, it looked like that very man that was being reprimanded in the governor's office. When they saw the photo, him in the background, they should have started asking who the heck he is. Because why was he on the bus? Why was he a bus driver? He must have something to do with all this mess. So yeah, this is the end of episode 1 of characters asking all the wrong questions. So I'm gonna ask all the right ones, duh. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this series. Let me know. And yeah, hopefully we can all keep trekking along. And yeah, look out for episode 2. So yeah, all right. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.